The Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the Design Public Information Meeting for the Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 Interchange Improvements at US 1 project in Miami-Dade County. This project is covered under Financial Project Identification, or FPID number 452112-1. This is the virtual public information meeting that is being held on August 11th, 2026, beginning at 6 p.m. The in-person meeting will be held on August 13th, 2026, at the Michael Williams Community Center at 951 Southwest 4th Street, Homestead, Florida, from 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. If you do not hear the audio during this virtual meeting, please check your computer speaker settings using the control panel. Click the three dots labeled More to open the menu. Select Audio Settings. You can test your speakers and microphone there. Tonight's meeting will provide you with an opportunity to review the project details. We will begin by introducing the project team members participating in this virtual meeting. Then we will share a project informational video. After the video, we will conclude by addressing frequently asked questions related to the project. My name is Letisa Turner, and I am a consultant to the enterprise and the project manager for this project. Here with me today are representatives from the Florida's Turnpike Enterprise team and the Design Consultant Project team. We are holding this public meeting at the Florida's Turnpike headquarters in Ocoee, Florida, and we welcome those who are participating virtually or listening through the telephone. Instructions on how to provide written comments will be provided at the end of the presentation. At this time, we would like to recognize the elected officials who have joined this virtual public information meeting. Welcome all elected officials. We will now begin the project informational video, which runs for approximately 20 minutes.
The Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, welcomes you to the Design Public Information Meeting for the Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 Interchange Improvements at US 1 in Miami-Dade County, Florida. This project is covered under Financial Project Identification Number 452112-1. We appreciate your attendance and participation. A public notice, including information on how to participate in this public meeting, was emailed to elected and appointed officials, mailed to property owners and tenants, posted on the Florida Administrative Register, posted on the FDOT Public Notices page, and posted to the FDOT Media Releases page. A notice was also posted on the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/SR821 Interchange ATUS1 and on social media platforms. Florida's Turnpike Enterprise complies with various non-discrimination laws and regulations, including Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Under Title VI, public participation is solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Please contact one of the Title VI coordinators, Desiree Stills at 407-264-3111, or Lisa Bethencourt at 850-414-4742 to express any concerns regarding Florida's Turnpike Enterprise's compliance with Title VI. There are multiple ways to participate in this public information meeting. The virtual option is being held Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, where members of the public can participate virtually or using their telephone. The in-person option is being held Thursday, August 13th, 2026, in an open house format at the Michael Williams Community Center at 951 Southwest 4th Street in Homestead, Florida. The same information is being presented on both days. This presentation will also be posted to the project website. In this presentation, we will discuss the following: project description, FDOT project development process, proposed design, construction, project schedule, and ways to submit your comments or questions. This project is located at the US 1 and Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 interchange in Miami-Dade County. The project begins at US 1 State Road 5 and Southwest 352nd Street to the south in Florida City and extends north along US 1 to Davis Parkway and along Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 north to near Milepost 1 in Homestead. Intelligent Transportation Systems, or ITS, upgrades will also be implemented along Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821, from the US 1 interchange to the Campbell Drive Southwest 312th Street interchange. The proposed enhancements are intended to improve traffic flow, reduce congestion, increase roadway capacity, enhance safety, and provide more reliable travel throughout the corridor. Florida's Turnpike Enterprise follows the Florida Department of Transportation's five-phase project development process for delivering needed infrastructure improvements to communities throughout the state. The phases include planning, project development and environment, or PD&E study, design, right-of-way acquisition, and construction. The planning and PD&E phases of this project have been completed, and the project is currently in the design phase. The design phase is when the construction plans and cost estimates to build a project are developed. For this project, improvements that can deliver drivers relief sooner than the alternatives developed earlier in the development process are being created. The design phase is followed by right-of-way acquisition and construction. No right-of-way acquisition is anticipated for this project. Construction is tentatively expected to start in the first quarter of 2028. The US 1 and Palm Drive intersection is located just south of the Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821 southbound exit to US 1. Within this short distance, many drivers from both the southbound Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821, and US 1 need to make lane changes or weave to position themselves into their desired intersection turn lanes. This weaving creates a high level of conflict points and leads to traffic congestion. The signalized intersection at US 1 and Palm Drive is currently heavily congested during both morning and evening peak hours and is not able to process the existing heavy traffic volumes. This, combined with the weaving condition, leads to congestion on local roads and on the US 1 exit ramp. Backups frequently extend along the US 1 exit ramp back to Davis Parkway and onto Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821. Congestion contributes to crashes. Crash rates for this portion of the Turnpike are double that of similar highways. The crash rates at the US 1 intersection with Palm Drive are 3 times greater than at similar intersections. Without improvements, continued increases in traffic volumes will worsen congestion and reduce safety. By the design year peak hour, traffic at the Palm Drive and US 1 intersection is projected to double. The already constrained intersection capacity will lead to more severe backups on the southbound Turnpike, extending beyond the Campbell Drive interchange. Significant congestion will also affect the surrounding local roadways. The proposed improvements will substantially enhance traffic operations and safety. They will provide more efficient signal operations, better capable of accommodating both existing and future traffic demands. As a result, signal delays and backups are expected to decrease by as much as 80% in some cases. By improving traffic flow through the intersection, the likelihood of unsafe backups extending onto the higher speed turnpike lanes will be greatly reduced. Here is a closer look at the proposed improvements. Key improvements include widening US 1, also known as State Road 5, South Dixie Highway, or Northeast 1st Avenue, from south of Palm Drive, State Road 9336, Southwest 344th Street to Davis Parkway. Widening the two Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 exit ramps from 1 lane to 2 lanes, including the bridge structure over US 1, and installing intelligent transportation systems, or ITS, upgrades along Florida's Turnpike from the US 1 interchange to the Campbell Drive Southwest 312th Street interchange. Improvements at the intersection of Palm Drive and US 1. creating a bypass roadway for traffic traveling southbound on US 1 to turn onto westbound Palm Drive, and upgrading and retiming the traffic signals at Palm Drive to better accommodate both motorized and non-motorized users. This view illustrates the proposed improvements along the northern section of Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821. North is oriented to the upper right. As part of the project, the existing one-lane Davis Parkway exit ramp will be widened to 2 lanes. This additional capacity will help accommodate traffic exiting the turnpike and reduce congestion during peak travel periods. The project will also eliminate the existing merge condition on the southbound US 1 exit and maintain 2 continuous travel lanes along the turnpike exit ramp. By reducing the need for vehicles to merge, this is expected to improve traffic flow and reduce potential conflict points. In addition, a deceleration lane will be added along Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821, approaching the exit ramp. This enhancement will provide drivers with additional distance to safely slow down before exiting the turnpike, improving both operational efficiency and safety. This slide presents the proposed improvements at the Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 interchange and the intersection of US 1 and Palm Drive that are designed to improve traffic operations, reduce congestion, and enhance safety for all users. North is oriented to the right. On Palm Drive, the eastbound approach will be widened to add a third left turn lane, helping accommodate higher traffic volumes and reduce delays for motorists turning onto US 1. US 1 will also be widened in the southbound direction to provide 4 through lanes, along with 2 dedicated left turn lanes and 2 dedicated right turn lanes. These improvements are intended to increase intersection capacity, improve traffic flow, and reduce congestion during peak travel periods by eliminating the need for drivers to weave through traffic to change lanes and reach their desired turn lane after exiting Florida's Turnpike. To improve mobility and safety for pedestrians and bicyclists, a new shared use path will be constructed through the interchange area. This facility will provide a safer and more comfortable connection for non-motorized users traveling through the corridor. The existing traffic signal at the intersection of Palm Drive and US 1 will also be retimed to improve wait times for pedestrians moving through the intersection. The project also includes construction of a single-lane bypass roadway that will allow southbound US 1 traffic destined for westbound Palm Drive to bypass the main intersection. This improvement is expected to reduce conflicts at the intersection and improve overall traffic operations. Finally, the existing one-lane US 1 southbound exit ramp and bridge structure will be widened to 2 lanes. This additional capacity will help accommodate traffic exiting Florida's Turnpike and improve traffic flow through the interchange. This graphic depicts the proposed improvements along the southern section of US 1, State Road 5, Southeast 1st Avenue. North is oriented to the right. As part of the project, southbound US 1 will be widened to provide 4 through lanes from south of Palm Drive to north of Southeast 3rd Terrace. This additional capacity will help accommodate existing and future traffic demand while improving traffic flow along the corridor. The roadway will be further widened to provide 3 through lanes, extending to Southwest 352nd Street, further increasing capacity and reducing congestion on US 1. This slide highlights the pedestrian and bicyclist improvements that are proposed at the Palm Drive intersection with US 1. These enhancements are intended to improve connectivity, accessibility, and safety for non-motorized users traveling through the corridor. North is oriented to the right. Beginning at Palm Drive, the project includes construction of a shared use path that will connect to the recently constructed sidewalk along westbound Palm Drive. This connection will provide a continuous facility for pedestrians and bicyclists traveling through the interchange. Bicyclists will also be able to cross US 1 and access the shared use path on the east side of the intersection, creating additional connectivity between destinations on both sides of the corridor. To improve pedestrian safety, Refuge areas will be provided at key crossing locations, including before the dedicated right turn lanes. These refuge areas allow pedestrians to cross the intersection in stages and reduce exposure to turning traffic. This slide highlights the pedestrian and bicyclist improvements that are proposed at the Davis Parkway intersection with US 1. North is oriented to the right. Bicyclists will be provided with a designated connection from US 1 to the proposed shared use path, creating a safer and more intuitive route through the interchange. The project will also enhance pedestrian access to nearby destinations through the addition of new sidewalk connections. Finally, an additional pedestrian crossing leg will be added at the intersection, along with a pedestrian refuge area to improve crossing opportunities and increase safety for people walking through the area. This slide illustrates the existing traffic movements at the US 1 and Palm Drive interchange. Currently, vehicles traveling southbound on US 1 can turn left or right at Palm Drive to travel east or west. For vehicles exiting Florida's Turnpike via the Davis Parkway ramp, drivers can travel northbound or southbound on US 1. Vehicles exiting via the US 1 exit ramp also have full access to eastbound and westbound Palm Drive, as well as southbound US 1. Overall, the existing configuration provides drivers exiting Florida's Turnpike with complete directional access while maintaining east-west connectivity for southbound US 1 traffic. This slide highlights the proposed changes to traffic movements and access within the interchange area as a result of the recommended improvements. North is oriented to the right. Drivers traveling southbound on Florida's Turnpike who wish to access eastbound Palm Drive will be directed to take the Davis Parkway off-ramp, then travel south on US 1 to reach their destination. In addition, drivers wishing to travel westbound on State Road 9336 Palm Drive will be directed onto the southbound US 1 exit ramp before accessing westbound Palm Drive through the newly constructed dedicated right turn lanes. These improvements will eliminate the need for drivers to weave or change lanes in a short amount of time between exiting the turnpike and making their desired turn on Palm Drive. Signs will be posted to direct drivers through the new interchange movements. The project also introduces a new bypass lane for southbound US 1 traffic. Drivers traveling southbound on US 1 who wish to access westbound State Road 9336 Palm Drive will use this dedicated bypass roadway, allowing them to avoid the main intersection and improving overall traffic flow. Drivers traveling southbound on US 1 who need to access eastbound Palm Drive will use the existing route, turning left at the intersection of US 1 and Palm Drive. This is the proposed typical section of the improvements to Florida's Turnpike, State Road 821, facing north, with a 12-foot deceleration lane added in the southbound direction. The existing guardrail and fencing will remain. This is a typical section of the proposed improvements along State Road 5, US 1, Northeast 1st Avenue, South Dixie Highway, facing north. It includes a 12-foot shared use path on the southbound side. The southbound side will also be widened, creating 2 right turn lanes protected by a concrete traffic separator, 4 11-foot travel lanes, and 2 left turn lanes protected by concrete traffic separators on both sides. No changes are proposed for the northbound side. This graphic depicts a typical section of the proposed improvements to State Road 9336, East Palm Drive, Southwest 344th Street, facing east. These improvements include a new 11-foot wide left turn lane on the eastbound side, providing drivers 3 left turn lanes. This project provides several important benefits to both travelers and the surrounding community. These include enhancing safety by reducing crashes and creating a safe travel environment. It also improves connectivity by making travel times more reliable and accommodating travel demands. In addition, the project supports faster emergency response and evacuation, strengthening overall community safety. Community awareness is a key priority for Florida's Turnpike enterprise, particularly before and during construction. Roadway signage will be placed in advance of any closures to keep the public informed. In addition, ongoing communication will be maintained with local stakeholders and agencies. Property owners, tenants, and business owners will also receive notifications to ensure everyone is aware of upcoming construction activities. If you would like to be added to the mailing list, please reach out to the project manager, Letisa Turner, using the contact information shown later in this presentation. Safety is our top priority throughout the construction process. Work zones are designed to protect both workers and travelers. Traffic pattern changes will be minimized wherever possible to reduce disruption, and traffic will be maintained throughout construction. Nightly lane closures may occur. Occasional nighttime detours will be required for limited construction activities. This slide highlights key milestones for the project. Right-of-way acquisition is not anticipated for this project. Construction is planned to begin during the first quarter of 2028. Your comments are essential to this process and will help Florida's Turnpike Enterprise understand your concerns and suggestions for improvement. While questions and comments are accepted at any time, we encourage the public to submit any questions or comments related to this public meeting by August 24th, 2026. Questions can be directed to Letisa Turner, the project manager. Her mailing address, phone number, and email are provided on the screen. Alternatively, you may contact Fiorella Teodista, the Community Outreach Coordinator for Florida's Turnpike Enterprise. Her contact information, including mailing address, phone number, and email, is also provided here. You may also provide comments in person at the in-person public meeting or by filling out a comment form on the project website. For more information about the project, please visit the project website at floridasturnpike.com/SR821 Interchange ATUS1. You can also scan the QR code with your mobile device to access the site directly. On behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, and the consultant project team, we thank you for your interest in this project and for attending this design public information meeting.
I hope you found the project video informative. We will now address frequently asked questions related to this project. The first question is about the presentation. The question is, I'm calling from the phone and I can't see the information presented. How can I view the presentation? If you join the meeting and are unable to see the information being presented, you can always visit the website. All the displays and videos from today's public meeting are available on the project website at www.floridasturnpike.com/SR821 Interchange ATUS1. How do I navigate the public meeting exhibit room? To view the project exhibits, including the presentation, visit the project website and click the Public Information Meeting Exhibit Room button located on the top of the page. The new page that opens will include a list of exhibits. If you click on one of the exhibit titles, the exhibit, along with a brief description, will open and allow you to zoom in and out. The exhibits on the project website are the same ones shown at the in-person meeting at the Michael Williams Community Center at 951 Southwest 4th Street in Homestead, Florida on Thursday, August 13th, 2026. When will construction begin, and what is the overall timeline for construction? The construction is expected to begin the first quarter of 2028 and take approximately 2 to 3 years to complete. Note this schedule is subject to change. That concludes the frequently asked questions portion of the meeting. Please note that all questions and comments received related to this project will also receive a response in writing. For more information about the project, you can visit the project website at floridasturnpike.com/SR821 Interchange ATUS1 to explore the public meeting exhibit room and submit any additional questions or comments. A recording of this design public information meeting will also be available on the project website. Finally, the Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, would like to remind everyone that August is back to school month. Please be sure to obey all posted speed limits in school zones. Keep your phone hands-free in all school zones and watch for pedestrians. This concludes tonight's Design Public Information Meeting for the Florida's Turnpike State Road 821 Interchange Improvements at US 1 project. On behalf of the Florida Department of Transportation, Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, I thank you for your interest in this project. Have a good evening.